Good Thursday day. Sorry, I didn't get my manna, my usual manna uploaded before the morning time, and it's now 11:13, and I'm uploading it now. Apologize for that. But here we are together, manna, gathering people, gathering the good stuff from God, morning, noon, and night. Doesn't matter what time of day. That's all about just coming before our God to gather up the good stuff. And this week we are guided in our thoughts by Psalm 46:10. So hear these words today in the New Life version of the Bible. Be quiet and know that I am God. I will be honored among the nations. I will be honored among the whole earth. So far this whole week, I have focused on the first half of Psalm 46:10. And again, I will be doing so today. Be quiet. I want to focus on that. Be quiet. Be quiet. Wow, I say that a lot in my household. There is so much noise, so much commotion, so much unnecessary yelling and screaming over one another as each tries to vie for mommy and daddy's attention. Even Obi, the 1-year-old who can't really articulate real words, sounds of words, yes, but he's not really talking. He is adding to the cacophony of noises, of sounds, trying to be heard over his 2 older brothers. We all know that feeling of trying to be heard, of wanting to be heard. It's not just kids who talk and yell and scream in order to be heard above somebody else or to get somebody's attention. Sometimes my 3-year-old sweet Grady, he won't yell or scream. He will just keep saying, is it my turn to talk yet? 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 And that adds a whole nother layer to the cacophony of little people trying to vie for my attention. We all want a turn to talk, to be heard by others, by God. But so does God. God has a lot to say to each one of us. Yes, God is still alive and speaking today, but lots of us, many of us, myself included, many of us silence God because we insist on doing all the talking, all the yelling, all the ranting, all the raving, all the thinking. But God wants to be heard. It seems like a timeless problem of humanity, not taking time, not giving God the time to be heard. And well, that's when life starts to kind of unravel and overwhelm us and go completely awry when we don't give God the opportunity to talk, when we don't make room to be quiet, to listen. Like a parent, maybe God is saying, or God is gently asking us, please be quiet. Or perhaps like an exasperated parent, as I often am, God says sternly, be quiet, while God is trying to get our attention. Well, from one parent to another, I imagine that is how God is talking to us so often. God is saying to us very sternly, be quiet. Because I know when I use my big mama voice to get my children's attention, they are quiet. They perk up. They pay attention. They do not talk anymore. God wants to be heard. And we often say that we want to hear from God. But to make that possible, we have to be quiet. Quieting not only our mouths, but quieting our lives. Quieting our hearts, quieting our minds to give God the chance, the opportunity, the room, the space to speak. If you think God isn't speaking, or if you think God is not present in your life, you are wrong. God has not abandoned you. God has not chosen to be silent, because God has promised us over and over to be with us, speaking to us, walking alongside us every step of our lives. Maybe it's not so much God's problem as it is ours. Maybe it's not so much God being silent, but maybe it's our lack of silence is why we can't hear God. Maybe we all need to work on being quiet long enough in our lives to let God speak, to let God be heard. Find time today to do that in prayer, to step away, to channel your heart, your thoughts, and your ears to God while you keep your mouth closed. I will see you tomorrow as we continue with Psalm 46:10. Maybe we'll get to the latter half of that verse. We'll see. See you tomorrow. Be quiet.